explain, explain this concept. If someone's watching this and they have no idea what we're talking about, explain this concept of thought that we want to have on this.
So what we're saying is that everybody, all 7 billion people on the planet, all have thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay, thoughts pop into their mind. We don't know where they come from. We don't want most of them, but thoughts pop into our mind. And we do something with those thoughts. Okay, some will dismiss as not being important, they're really trivial. Some will we'll deal with and you know, like watch Life for lunch, and we'll deal with those thoughts and then they'll be gone until the next start rumbling. Other thoughts will be more persistent and they'll just keep coming back in different forms. So those are the ones around anxiety, worry, depression, all this sort of stuff. We get into a thought storm, and we just tend to we tend to collect them, I suppose, and then make them into something. These thoughts that have no power, because each thought has no power, only what you give it. Okay, and we tend to make these thoughts into something. We give them a meaning, and it's a good meaning or a bad meaning or whatever it is. But that is what we're making up, because we're making up a story about those thoughts. They're the one that you've dismissed, you know, watch Life for lunch and gone. You don't worry about that anymore. You don't very often tend to ruminate over what you've had, unless you've had indigestion or something. But you don't tend to ruminate over that thought. But other stuff that worries us, we will tend to just hang on to.
Tell me that metaphor you used about the thought river, because I think that's very useful.
The thought river.
The thought river. As I have it.
I can't really claim this one as mine, but I've kind of expanded a little bit. So I like to think about thoughts in this particular way. I like to think that there is a factory sitting churning out thoughts all day. Okay. So this factory is all it does. It just manufactures thoughts. It manufactures all different types of thoughts. They can be good thoughts. Well, actually, we'll come back to this, but they can be good thoughts, bad thoughts, inconsequential thoughts. They can just be anything. But it just pumps out thoughts. And this factory doesn't consider whether they're bad or whether they're good or whether they're inconsequential. That's its job, it's just to pump them out 24 hours a day. And it pumps them out into this river, and you get this river of thoughts. So the factory's up the top of the hill, and it's pumping these thoughts in all the way down the river. And the river just consists of these thoughts. And I like to think of myself as a fisherman. And I'm standing in the river with my waders on, a bit up there, aren't they? Yeah. With my waders on, and I've got my fishing rod, and I've got my keep net by the side of me. Okay. And all I'm doing is fishing for thoughts. Now, unlike everybody else, I want to feel happy, I want to get peace of mind. So I'm trying to pick out the thoughts every day, a particular type of, if you make these thoughts into fish, I'm casting for a certain fish, right? One that tastes good, one that I can use to make me feel happy. And I quite often catch them, and I think, great, put them in my keep net. Brilliant, love it. I'm really happy when I've got a keep net full of things that I like. Yeah. Makes my day. But every now and then, I'll get a little bit complacent or a little bit lazy, and I'll be fishing, and maybe I won't be using the right bait or I've run out of it, but whatever happens, I catch what I consider to be a bad thought. I catch what I consider to be a thought that is not good, let's just put it that way. And absent-mindedly, I'll catch that thought, that fish, and I'll unhook it and I'll stick it in the net with all the others. And once I've got it in my keep net, it has an effect on me, right? Not only does it make me feel bad because I've caught the wrong fish and put it in the keep net, but also it starts to contaminate all the other fish in there. Yeah, it starts to turn them into bad fish. So what was a good day with all those good fish and all those good thoughts has now turned into a bad day with all those bad thoughts. And I used to think to myself that was it. Once I had the bad thoughts and the day was bad, it's just going to get worse. Yeah,
I know that feeling.
Yeah. So what I've realised now is what you can actually do is you can just take the keep net and you can just tip the whole lot out. Right? Let the whole lot go downstream. And once they're gone, they have no effect on you. Yeah. None whatsoever. And because this factory up the top of the hill there is pumping out thoughts, you just go fishing and get some more good ones. Yeah.
So it sounds like there's a never-ending abundance of good ones, if that's what you choose to catch.
So you're never going to run out of thoughts, are you?
Yeah. No, we never run out of thoughts.
Who counted it? I don't know, but somebody. So I read somewhere that we have, and it's been quite a figure that's been quite a few times, is that we have somewhere between 60, 80 to 100,000 thoughts a day.
Oh, blimey. We counted it, yeah.
Yeah, but how would you count that?
I know, it's
Come
ridiculous,
on.
isn't it? Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
lost count, I'll start again, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. So, but just imagine, for argument's sake, that you had 10,000 thoughts a day. How could you process 10,000 thoughts?
Yeah. And that leads us quite nicely on to, I think, how our brains take this information and process those thoughts, because we know that this little thinking mind of ours can only take 6 or 7 bits of information
Yeah,
in one time, and to let a new one in, it has to let another one out.
yeah, effectively.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
So the thing is, you can always catch a bad thought.
Yeah.
You're never going to completely eradicate that. But the trick is being able to know that you can just tip it out, you keep it, and you can just let it go. Because if you let it go, you might feel shit for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be one of my questions. How do I know that I can let this go and not get another bad thought? But as you say,
Go on and ask me that question.
I just did.
So how do you know that you've got a bad thought?
Yeah, how do you know you've got
Because
a
you
bad
feel
thought?
bad.
It's simple as that.
Because, so you're starting to get, you've gone from thought now very cunningly, you've gone into emotions and feelings, haven't you?
But for me, they're linked. I don't know if that's
They are
right.
linked.
Yeah.
They're always linked. Because you can't.
You can't have a feeling without a thought, can you?
Everything
It's got to
starts with thought, okay?
Yeah.
I know that's probably a little bit more advanced than we're talking about here, but every single thing that you do begins with a thought.
Yeah.
Okay? You have a thought about something and you attach a meaning to it, whether it's good or whether it's bad, depending on what your personal circumstances are.
But I think that still relates back to your keep net, doesn't it? Because if you haven't decided or put a meaning on it that it's a bad thought or a good thought...
It just goes into your keep net.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the chances are you're not going to put everything that you catch into your keep net, are you?
No.
A thought's going to come along about what can I have for dinner, and you're going to have dinner and you're just going to go, I'm not keeping that, it's gone.
Yeah.
You're not putting it in your keep net. What people want is they want to keep happiness, they want to keep peace of mind. That's what they're looking for. So they go and buy the new car.
Yeah.
They go and move into a bigger house. They go and buy the latest shoes,
designing
handbags,
clothes or whatever.
clothes, whatever, yeah? They're always looking for new stuff to put in there,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
But no matter how much new stuff you have in there, eventually something comes along that mucks it up.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you want bigger, better, newer.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah? But, everything like that begins with a thought. Every single thing you do is a thought. If you want to move your arm or nod your head, it begins with, I want to move my arm. I've got an itch, I need to do that. You think about it and you move your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah? So everything begins with a thought. And the key to it is, how do you know whether it's a good thought or a bad thought? Because of how you feel.
Exactly.
Yeah. When you have a thought pops into your mind, and it's something good, I don't know. Let's say for me, okay, it's a new granddaughter, right?
Yeah.
So I see a picture of her, pops into my mind, and go, oh my God.
Yeah.
I've taken that picture. That thought's popped into my mind. There's my granddaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thought in the keep net.
Yeah.
Going to keep that. Going to keep all of them because
Yeah.
that's really great.
But if I were to give you this sprout...
Yes, you know my weakness.
I know his weakness is sprouts.
I hate sprouts.
Yeah.
But if you were to put some sprouts on a plate, immediately I'm going to go, ugh, because
I
my
love
meaning
it.
is I don't like them.
Yeah, but I love
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But
So-
my meaning for that is I don't like sprouts.
Yeah.
Immediately I'm going to feel, ugh.
Yeah. I mean, it's not quite the same as how your mood is for the day, is it? It's just a
No.
reaction to a thought, though.
But if you have something, okay, let's use a really bad one then. Okay, so you're driving down the road, somebody cuts you up in the car.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody pulls in front of you and carves you up. Most people are going to get a bit of road rage.
Yeah.
Okay, because somebody has violated their space. It's violated what they've done. The thought is someone's upset me, transgressed me, whatever they want to do, and they're just going to go, oh, and they're going to swear at them, or they're going to toot their horn, or they're going to be aggressive, or whatever they're going to do. That's a bad one in the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't let that go, that's going to contaminate the rest of your drive, and probably you're going to keep telling people about it. And if you keep telling people, you're going to keep reliving it, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to let it go. But you know that it's a bad thought because it's changed your mood.
Yes.
Yeah, you feel angry. I don't know where you feel anger, but for me it's kind of like you feel angry inside.
Yeah, yeah, it's usually about there for me as well.
Yeah, so you feel angry inside.
Or in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and or the red mist or whatever it comes down, and that's all that is it's your body, your heart, your soul letting you know that the thinking you're having
isn't doing you
any
right
good.
for you, is it?
No, it's a bad thought, and it's just your body's way. I mean, you can't separate emotions and feelings and thoughts.
Yeah.
Because going back to the granddaughter, how would you go, oh my God, I love that little person?
Yeah.
if you didn't have feelings and emotions?
Essence, yeah,
You'd be a robot, wouldn't you?
you would. Yeah, it would just be a picture of a
Yeah,
human.
in fact, a robot's a really good analogy, isn't it?
Yeah,
If you've got a robot, you can do what you like to it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to get upset if you call it a name.
No, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not. It's just it's just going to do what it's told to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't care how you speak to it. It doesn't care
There's no emotional involvement. There's no
emotion.
interaction. Is
No.
there? No.
unless, of course, it's something like Google. Like Apple Siri.
Yeah,
If you swear at her,
I have no experience.
I've
of
done that. I've sworn at her and she doesn't like it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't understand that. But at the end of the day, that's having no feelings and having no emotion.
it is.
It's
yeah.
having no emotional intelligence.
Mm.
We've got emotional intelligence. That is what emotions and feelings are. Emotional intelligence,
Mm.
rising up to let you know that you've caught a bad fish.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've got a bad thought, and that's at that point. That's when you know about this stuff.
yeah.
You have the opportunity to go,
Done it again.
I've been caught.
I've been caught. Yeah,
I'm going to let that go.
yeah,
And it might not go straight away, but at least you've recognised it,
yeah.
and it takes some of the sting out of it.
Yeah, and I think with anything that you do, the more you practice it, the easier it is to let go. Not every day, as I knew recently, but yeah,
But it catches you out. You know, we're
Yeah.
human beings. We're designed.
we're not perfect.
We're not designed to be perfect.
No.
We are designed to experience life.
Mm.
And part of life is the ups and the downs.
Yeah.
It's the good fish and the bad fish.
Mm.
It's how long you let it affect you for.
Yeah,
That's life. You're never going to get rid of it. You're never going to get rid of feelings of anxiety and worry and stuff
Mm.
like that. But at least you can identify what they are.
yes,
And once you've identified what they are and how they're being done, it just takes the sting out of it,
it does.
doesn't it?
There's less importance, isn't there?
So, your tea,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, my tea.
Your tea.
My tea.
Take a sip of your tea
I will.
while I tell you a story.
Oh, once upon a time.
So, what I'll often use with my clients to get this through, right, is that we learn things really quickly.
Mm.
As human beings, we have the capability to learn stuff like that. Okay, we update
Yeah, regularly.
our information. And one that I'll often use with my clients is, just imagine that you didn't know how to make a cup of tea.
Mm.
You didn't know anything about kitchens, you didn't know anything about kettles, right? Alien, if you like. You're an alien,
Yeah.
you just landed on this planet fresh. And I said to you, go and make a cup of tea.
Mm.
You go, don't know what a cup of tea is, don't know how to make it.
Yeah.
Right, you'd be totally lost, wouldn't you? You would have no knowledge or awareness of what you were going to do.
Yeah.
But if I said to you, right, okay, let me show you, and I took you and you said, right, this is the kitchen. Yeah, you take, this is a kettle, take the top off, put the water in, plug it in, yeah,
Mm.
press that switch. When it clicks, that's boiled.
Yeah.
Be careful when you pull it out because it's boiling hot water and it'll
Mm.
scald you. Into the cup, tea bag, milk, whichever way around you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which is the correct way for you. But whichever way you do it. And I showed you how to make a cup of tea.
Mm.
I might have to show you a couple of times, but you would be able to then go and make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a bit clunky at first, wouldn't it?
It
It
would.
might not be great, it might be a bit weak, or it might be a bit strong.
Yeah.
You might burn yourself a couple of times.
Yeah.
But at least you would know something that you didn't know before.
Yes. Very true. Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm.
And so you would have updated your software, updated your program.
Yeah.
And you could then go and make a cup of tea.
Mm.
And the more you did it, the better you would get at it.
Mm.
Till you got so proficient that you could show someone else.
Yeah. And we do that many times in our lives, don't we? I mean, we learnt to walk when we were little.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And talk.
talk.